My name is John Currado. I'm from Lancaster, California. I was diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer that later metastasized to the liver, and that was in late November of 2017, and proceeded through my primary care doctor to be treated here at St. John's. Upon receiving that diagnosis from my primary physician, by way of our son, Johnny, was able to get us in touch with my former prostate assist doctor, Dr. Jennifer Lenahan, who was with Dr. Tim Wilson. And my wife contacted her, and later that day, she was able to put us in touch with Dr. Bilchik's office because she noticed by the information that we had given her from the scans, and they said, get here as soon as you can. Very reassuring, very empathetic. He made us at ease, and excuse me, just thinking back. Anyway, the involvement of my wife as a medical advocate for our family, she was tenacious. And equally tenacious was Dr. Bilchik in his discussion with us as far as leading us through the process where we would go through what we would experience, and he gave us confidence and reassurance that we were determining the course of action to take, and the prescribed medication at the time was Gleevec from Dr. Fischer. We started that in January, so I was on that medication until the surgery, which was November 14th. That was the operable window of opportunity as per Dr. Fischer. It did have one side effect, and I play competitive softball, and it slowed me down running to first base. And my teammates heard about this, and they said, well, Coach, you must have been on this for the last 5-10 years. You can feel the love. You can feel the love. Yeah, my guys. I'm thinking ahead, and I had a unique situation. Unbeknownst to me and Lonnie, one of your former CEOs became a very good friend of mine through Rotary. Mike Wall. Mike was down here, and I was talking to him at a conference about what I was going through, and he says, oh, you know Anton? And I go, who's Anton? He says, Dr. Bilchik. And I said, well, yes. He picks up his phone and he calls and speaks to Dr. Anton Bilchik and says, take care of my boy. And so that we finished that conversation. And then later in the conversation, he goes, here's a nurse I want you to see. And he pulls up this phone, and here's the name Tess. So that's how initially this started. I didn't know these people from this fig tree over here. So because of our connection and just mentioning it, it's a small world. So to the surgery itself, excuse me, we're prepped, we're in the room. The young gentleman that got to do the good job of shaving me reassured me that it would grow back because I'm vain. I like to go to the beach. But my wife is there with us, and the nurses, and then Tess and Irene come in and said, do you mind if I sing? Now, of course not. I'm Italian, I love singing. So here she is singing How Great Thou Art to me. We have the video, and it's just incredible. Now, this was before going into surgery. So people ever ask me, did I see white lights? Well, yes, I did. I saw them in surgery, but I think because of Tess and Irene doing this fabulous operatic salute, it gave me a lot of confidence. And it was just amazing. Nobody's ever done that. That's how they do it down here. Yeah. Yeah. It was. Yeah. The follow-up was like I was a missing brother or something. He was constantly there, or his assistants were there to see that everything was going well. The pain level, I don't know if I have a high tolerance for pain or not, but I was feeling great. And I don't know how many miles I lapped, doing the walk-arounds to get out of bed first day. It was good. It was good. I got to sleep a lot, but and believe it or not, the food was great. I mean, no, you never hear that, but I love to eat, and the food was great. After the follow-up treatment was excellent. The fellows that they had attending me were outstanding. They were very attentive. They were learning. Excuse me. They were learning from Dr. Bilchik how the procedures and everything go. And he said it took 7 hours because he had to peel the tumors off the. There's the main artery that takes the deoxygenated blood back to the heart, and that was attached. He had to peel it off of that. So had that not happened, we wouldn't be having this interview. As well as I like to be on this side of the door of the hospital, when you're on the other side of the door, it's a whole different experience. And to a person, I have a list that I was trying to remember everybody's name that was involved. And everybody that was involved, before, during, and after surgeries, as well as the follow-up care in ICU. I even got to practice my Espanol with the janitor. This guy was incredibly. Everybody always asked me, "Can I help you with anything? Is there anything I can get for you?" If you have to be in a hospital, this is the place to be. I have a few comments I'd like to say quite favorably for the medical team. Starting with our quarterback, Dr. Sean Fischer, and of course our extremely skilled and gifted surgeon, Dr. Bilchik. You guys are my heroes. Excuse me. I just cannot say enough about the involvement and the empathy and the follow through and the skill level that you must possess. That's got to be God-given, and I thank you. Thank you. I love you.